So I want to talk about the power of wanting and how powerful it is when we come to a place of knowing what we want and what this means for us in our life. In contrast, of course, is when we're in those positions when we don't know what we want and how that also feels for us and what that also means for us in our life. So wanting, what is this? Wanting is a strong desire in the body. It's a powerful movement of will and emotion combined. There's energy in wanting. There's passion in wanting. There's you in wanting, because it's you wanting. At a basic level, you wanting a certain food, you wanting to go visit a certain country, to live in a certain house, to have a certain career, to be with a certain kind of man or woman. Wanting, desiring, wishing, dreaming. Passionate engagement of choice. When we're in a place of not knowing what we want, there's a disconnect. There's a void, an emptiness. And in this disconnect can be a lot of frustration. So I feel it's very important for us to understand, if you like, the science of wanting. What is this? How is this? How can we produce more of this? And I feel it comes back to childhood a lot of the time. Those times when we were denied our desires, not allowed to have certain things or be certain ways, where we were conditioned out of our wanting into somebody else's willing, someone else's way. So we learn to be quiet, we learn to shut down, to withdraw, or to be overly extreme in our wanting, to try and get noticed, to get attention. Now, a healthy sense of wanting is connected to a healthy sense of our own identity. For it is us in our desire, us in our feeling, us in our sensation, our thinking, our vision, our emotion, that drives our action. So wanting is very much connected to knowing who we are. This requires a deep inquiry and noticing and a present availability and a sense of kindness, love and spaciousness to take time to connect in and as ourselves. For some of us who've been used to putting ourselves at the end of the line with our needs, wants and wishes, taking care of others, being on a great mission in the world, sometimes this avoidance of ourself and our own inner processing and functioning takes little time to re-practice the art of self-connection. So the practice simply is to start with listening and feeling and noticing what is here. We can call this a self-scan. So you can take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just start with a noticing of your posture, how you're feeling in your sitting as you're listening to this. Just start to notice, is this how you want to be? Do you want to adjust your posture, stretch, open, reposition yourself? And really notice that even this small adjustment is you wanting to reposition, you wanting to move. As we develop and cultivate this sense of wanting more in our life, we can want enormous things, new houses, new life, new mission, new everything. But I feel it begins with a self-intimacy and a self-listening to all the small things. So this is the discipline, this is the practice, to check in with ourselves, to watch, to feel, to respond. Because we matter. You know, without us, all the other stuff doesn't happen. Without us, the relationship doesn't engage, the mission doesn't take place. It's from us and through us and with us that we express and experience our life. So this is a real call out, a shout out, a beckoning for us to reconnect to ourselves and to connect to the naturalness of simply wanting, desires, wishes, wants, needs, feelings, dreams, where I can say with my full-heartedness, I want this, and claim it. So not waiting for other people to give permission, us claiming the space so that we can start to manifest that which we feel inside of us. So a simple manifestation may be like a nice deep breath right now. I want to breathe deeply. Fill up my belly and chest with life force, vitality, so I can feel more of myself. Breathing in deeper so I can become more aware of the sensation flowing through my body, my embodied experience. Noticing the quality of our feeling right now. Are we tired, energized, awake, alert, excited, sad, disappointed, ecstatic? What is our state of being? Checking in, feeling into this. Bringing our awareness to ourselves and breathing into this. Making whatever it is visible, seen, felt, allowed. Just let it be here, this moment of experience. Choosing to want this, whatever it is. This allowing gives space for the next creative movement to happen in. So in accepting some sadness, I can then make the movement towards feeling more at ease with myself. But if I deny the sadness, then this exaggerates through repetition and resistance and becomes even bigger, to get more attention, to be more accepted. So by noticing, we accept. In accepting, we find the spaciousness to generate the next. So this movement from allowing to creation. It's a way of being kind with ourselves. So I really invite you to be in that space of allowing what is here. Breathe into it, notice it, give permission to it, welcome it, love what is here. And from here, breathe into what wants to move from here. What is the next surge of breath, of life? Where is the inspiration and motivation guiding me, leading me? What is the next step that wants to come out of this one? So we can start to see life as a series of moments unfolding, one moment unfolding out of the next, and the next, and the next. You can imagine how a flower opens, like the petals opening one, then the other, and the other, as the morning sun blesses the flower. They don't open necessarily all at once, there's this kind of movement of opening. And in the same way, as we start to open one aspect of us, it encourages the next, encourages the next. So there's this encouraging momentum of opening to life. And it's like this, as we give momentum to our wanting, then the wanting builds, and then builds, and builds. Because we're saying yes to our life, we're giving permission to ourselves, permission to our expression. And we're taking these pauses to check in and feel and notice the response of our wanting. And then breathe in again, let that take you into the next unfoldment, the next movement. And you start to build a sense of what we can call creative momentum. So it originates with us, our connection to ourselves, breathing, sensation, emotion, energy, and this begins to unfold into more willful direction, thinking, visioning, action. So it's incredibly, to start the engine of wanting is so important, because when you want your life, then you build desire, and desire has passion and energy and vitality and enthusiasm. And this encourages us with courage, with fire, with movement, with love, with this delight for expression. So it's so important. Can't encourage you enough to reclaim your sense of self, and from here to listen deeply to your wanting, then to give it space to move and express. Reflect on this, and then see it expand and grow. Reflect on that, see that expand and grow. And gradually our wanting builds momentum, which becomes the very energy of our creative force, which we're going to talk more about in the next videos.